Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers, and happy Easter everyone. Bitcoin is currently up 1.25% to 4433. Ethereum is up 0.63% to 3035. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. I'd just like to wish everybody a very happy Easter, and I'm so appreciative of our incredible community, so many wonderful people. I just want to let you know how much I value each and every one of you, and thanks for tuning in. It's so fantastic to see you. I've left links in the description of this video, such as the masterclass, and you can always reach out to me directly on Twitter and message me. I'm really available. I wanted to let you know as well, I've actually released a series of NFTs, and I call them, just for fun, KenFTs. Hey, why not? These KenFTs are available through the link in the description, and they're very, very high quality. I believe in putting my absolute best into everything I do, and I personally designed all of these KenFTs. And they're very, very fun, and they're very affordable. This one is just under $20. When you look around the NFT market space, you can see things that just don't really bear up to a KenFT quality-wise, and they're very expensive. Look at this one, $18,000 worth. I'd go for the 20. A very beloved community member, extended global family member, Purpuratum, has been doing exactly that. He's been going for it, and Purpuratum has just accumulated so many of these KenFTs. Well done, my friend. Easter is a very happy time for many people, but an unhappy time for others. If you're going through Easter alone at the moment, please know that our love is with you as a community. And if you're going through any form of sickness, of course, the community's love and healing thoughts are with you. You're not alone. As a community, we focus on real wealth and maintaining a positive excellence life trend. That's all about kindness, gratitude and happiness, integrity and decency, inner and outer peace. Money is a byproduct of these things. Of course, we focus on making a return from crypto, but we understand returns are just a natural process of doing the right thing. Rule 303 is incredibly important. Earn equals keep. In this world, we need to earn if we want to keep it. For example, when people want to lose weight, and everybody gets into this situation at some time or another, it can be really, really hard. If you look at the scales and you just judge yourself by the scales, not what you're doing properly each day, you will easily give up. It's the same thing with trading and investing, and we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. If you're just focusing on the money, it's like focusing on the scales trying to lose weight. It's not the point. A healthy lifestyle is the point when it comes to weight loss. Unfortunately, we live in a world where everybody wants everything instantly. For example, you decide to go on a diet to lose a kilo or two or whatever it is, and the next day you say, why haven't I lost it? I ate a carrot. I should lose that weight. It's not like that. Everything takes time. For example, if people go to the gym and they want to get really fit, they want to build up like Arnold Schwarzenegger and have all the muscles. If you want that, you're going to have to work really, really hard. If you look in the mirror each day and say, wow, I'm just not getting there, you'll give up. Again, this is why we put money so far down the ladder. Everybody tends to put money, when people invest and trade, at the top of the list. It should be at the bottom if you want to be sustainable. The same thing happens when we work. Everybody needs to work really hard at their job. If they don't, promotion is very, very far away because the boss is always looking and the co-workers are looking as well. If you want to keep it, if you want to grow your wealth, your promotions, if you want to grow your health, if you want to grow your fitness, you have to earn it. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's all persistent consistency. And that's why we have Rule 664, unearned is returned. Earning requires positive excellence. Positive excellence is all about doing the right thing when no one's watching. And we know if we don't do the right thing, unearned is returned. Whatever you've actually accumulated will be returned. Earning is the only way to keep things. And it's exactly the same when it comes to the crypto market. You need the knowledge. You need to understand what you're doing. And that's not going to happen in the click of a finger. It takes time. When people are new to the crypto market, they expect to lose weight instantly, expect to get the promotion the day they turn up for the new job, and they expect to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, if they're a man, on the first day that they train. And it's just not correct. You don't ever get that in life, and you certainly don't get it inside the financial markets. And of course, people get very upset and they say, hang on a second, I was told that I can get 1000x by just turning up and putting my money into this alt that's obviously a rug pull. Why have I got no money left? Because we need to learn the rules. And that takes a lot of time. People experience massive losses up in the certainty zone, zones 1 and zone 2, which are the panic zone and the blame zone. They're very, very horrible zones to live in. The majority of people, when they invest and trade, are either in Zone 1 or Zone 2. It only is after a long period of time that people realize that certainty equals terror. They must get out of Zone 1 and Zone 2 into Zone 3 and Zone 4. Zone 1 and 2 are where people abide by losing money rules. Zone 3 is making money rules, and Zone 4 is keeping money rules. They're completely different rule sets in each zone. It's a beautiful thing to always recognize that life resets daily. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter if you look back at your life and say, oh, I'm not very happy with my life. You can change it right now. Over Easter, this is a time for new beginnings as well. That's something really nice to keep in mind. As crypto technical analysts, we've earned the right to make money. Why is that? Because we scientifically track investor attention through reality, which is price. We don't look at promises, we look at what is actually happening. We've earned the right to understand price momentum because we mark up our charts by the CTKS method. We've earned the right to keep our profitability because we've checked the markets. We're not lost, we're not blinkered. We act as if we've got decades and decades of experience, because we do. This literally takes decades to understand that we need to look outside to go well inside. We've earned it because we look for opportunities resetting daily, finding the market's focus, enhancing our pattern recognition, and we absolutely earn it because we're professionals. We've mastered emotional control. We understand the unwritten rules of money. We know the difference between riches and wealth. And we keep it because we know how to actually buy and sell through a variety of different methodologies. It's also really important to understand that all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. Investors are known for their diamond hands. They're amazing people. They can hold through incredible volatility. They can hold through the good and through the bad. Traders are a little bit different. They buy on the red, they sell on the green, but there's a lot of knowledge required to do these things. Traders have diamond minds, a diamond brain. Combining the two is absolutely phenomenal in terms of skill levels. A lot of investors get caught up, I don't know where to sell. Traders know how to sell. They also know how to buy. And traders just focus on small incremental gains, because even getting 10% per week on average can add up to a huge gain over time. We're not saying that we're actually targeting 10% a week. The particular return will be dictated by the crypto market. The concept is you don't need massive, massive returns to make massive, massive returns. You only need to be consistent. But that requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of rules, patience, the real wealth, focus, and buying on red, which is really, really hard for people inside Zone 1 and Zone 2. Rule 225, Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. When we look at the market, not really much has changed, but we need to consider one thing. When looking at Bitcoin compared to inflation expectations, we can see the Fed balance sheet actually ticked up. This is really interesting. It was $8.9 trillion. It's now $8.965 trillion. You can see that on this particular axis. What we've seen is the Fed was saying we need to reduce our balance sheet, and they haven't done so. They said we need to reduce M1 and M2, the money stock. They haven't done so. The CPI is coming up, and what we can see is the 10-year and 5-year break-even inflation rates are still coming up, even though the Nasdaq is coming down. We look at the stock market because of Rule 45. If Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market, and no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, your beloved alt is moved around by Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is moved around by macroeconomic events. That's why we must look more broadly. This is how you earn it and keep it. When we look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, and I'll provide a link for this particular chart in the description, we can see the fear is rising in the market. Traders love fear. They buy fear. Unfortunately, people in Zone 1 and Zone 2 are selling, as the professionals are stepping in and buying what Zone 1 and Zone 2 is selling. We can also see, just from the EC method, that Bitcoin is starting to turn around. It's starting to base. And no wonder, it's got so much support underneath here. We need to keep in mind over the holidays that things can get really volatile in the market. That doesn't invalidate what is happening when the market's open, but just be aware things can move around a lot on low trading volumes. Applying Rule 225, we can see that the Nasdaq indeed influences Bitcoin's gravity, and we can see that also the Nasdaq does not trade on the weekends or public holidays. This is the beautiful thing about crypto. There are no gaps in crypto. When people talk about gaps getting filled, that's the stock market. Crypto, there are no gaps. A lot of people say that a gap in the main stock market needs to be filled in the crypto market. I don't see that there's any weight in this discussion. Please let me know in the comments, what do you feel about gaps in crypto? Bitcoin has currently gone horizontal basically for the past 24 hours. It's trading at 40,435. What do you feel? Is Bitcoin going to make its way down to B or going to make its way up to C? Please let me know in the comments. There you go. I just changed those boundary estimates. So do you feel Bitcoin will move into A, B, or C? The way to earn it in the crypto market is to be like a detective, basically gathering as much data as you can. When we look at the number of shorts in the market, they've started to tick up. The longs are getting confident again that a bottom is in, and you can see they're also increasing. We can look who is winning relatively by looking at liquidations. There are really light liquidations at the moment of 56.53 million across 20,183 positions. In the past 24 hours, we've seen about 55% of liquidations being short liquidations. So here we can see that the longs are winning, and you'll notice a number of different percentages here. Why don't I just go for the other percentages? Why am I focusing on this particular one? Because this is the total across all of these different exchanges. So if I read out, for example, Binance, that would be different from reading out FTX. I just go for this top line. I know that was a question in the comments. Hopefully that's been answered. Let's have a look down to see how things are going relatively. We've got very light trading volume, and this always happens around the weekend or public holidays. Just be aware of that. Things can move around when there's light volume, because it doesn't take much money to move something in either direction, both positive or negative. And we can see the shorts at the moment are getting liquidated. We like to keep our eye on futures open interest, and we can see that it's steadily increasing. It's above a level of resistance. This is looking really, really good for the market. I know a lot of people are saying, we're in a bear market, we're in a bear market, abandon ship, abandon ship. Another thing to bear in mind, when we look at Bitcoin's price action, we're in an upward channel. A lot of people say, oh, this is a really bad technical pattern. It means it's going to break to the downside. That doesn't mean anything at all. In the stock market, yes, those things can happen, but this is crypto. And in crypto, we have exponential price movement. In the stock market, it's mainly linear. I say the stock market is like watching grass grow. One particularly important thing, when you listen to influencers, please understand how much they put into the stock market. I have all my money in crypto, nothing in the stock market, because I'm not hedging my bets. I've heard some major crypto influencers saying they literally have nothing in the crypto market. They've got most of their investments in the stock market. Why would you do that? Why would you be a crypto influencer and not be really committed to crypto? I just don't understand it. They say it's all part of portfolio allocation. That doesn't make sense either. Coming from a finance background, portfolio allocation is all about returns. The stock market moves really, really slowly. To get a 10% return in the stock market, you may have to wait months and months. To get a 10% return in the crypto market, you just wait a week. I lectured first and second year statistics for many, many years, and I also have a background in actuarial science. The concept is actuarial science is built on probabilities. When you look at this particular EMA chart, why don't I use EMAs in my analysis? There's a very, very good reason for it. What you actually see in the crypto market is exponential price movements to the upside and to the downside. When you have moving averages, even EMAs, they don't matter. They actually become distorted by this incredible upsurge and downsurge. In the stock market, it's very different because the stock market moves at the pace of grass growing. So moving averages make some degree of sense. But when you get into exponential price action, they become invalidated. And a lot of people don't know this. Again, they apply stock market thinking to the crypto market, and they can't figure out why they keep losing money. That's one of the reasons. The stock market and the crypto market are entirely different, and this is very important. A lot of influencers use these moving averages, and I always say anybody that uses a moving average is not really understanding the exponential nature of crypto. That's why I don't use any of them. I had a couple of community members reach out to me and ask me this question. Ken, when we have exponential moving averages on Bitcoin's price at the moment, and we know Bitcoin controls the crypto market, is it looking towards an imminent breakdown? What's going on there? So I did this analysis for those people. I hope this helps. What a lot of people actually look at is when they get an indicator giving a certain signal, they look for every time this indicator actually occurred. So when did it occur? It occurred here and here. And that's about the only times that it has actually occurred. Well, you could say it occurred there as well, but not so much. Now, what people told me is that they were being informed that this particular part in August of 18 is what people are expecting now. Okay, is it make sense? Is it logical? Absolutely not. And why do I say that? Because the price action here is completely different to the price action here. If we had this kind of price action here over here, well, that would make sense because we'd be in a full-on bear market. But we're in a bull market. And you say, Ken, everybody's saying we're in a bear market. Why can you say we're in a bull market? This is what a bear market looks like. The price goes down and down and down and down and down, hits a level of horizontal consolidation and capitulation occurs. That is what a bear market is. This is not a bear market. Notice this slant downwards here. Where is the slant downwards in terms of these two peaks? or there's a slant down. And remember, I called the $30,000 low here, and it went, admittedly, it went to 29,000, but I called it on that date, around the 17th of May, around that middle May part. And a lot of people were saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to 10. And I said, no, it's not. This is just a retracement. This is fine. All the dynamics are fine inside the market, and they were fine inside the external markets as well. You can't just look at a chart. I've seen so many influencers just looking at one chart and saying this is the reality of the crypto market. It is not. This chart, for example, they said, look at this price action here. That's going to happen again. That was the COVID US liquidity crisis. The world shut down in this period of time. I don't think it's going to happen again. We actually have prepared for that. In fact, the C19 cases are just going up and up and up. We have more than 500 million COVID cases now, and you can see the number of daily cases has had a really, really big spike. And when we look into yesterday's figures, we see we had under 1 million new cases. One thing interesting, I live in Victoria, which is Melbourne, Victoria. We have a particular park called the MCG. The seating capacity of the MCG, or the Melbourne Cricket Ground, is 100,009 people. I don't know why there's 9, but there is 100,009 people. You can see it's really, really big. How many COVID cases, new C19 cases, how many days does it take to fill the MCG? The answer is under 10 in Victoria, in Melbourne. We are averaging in excess of 10,000 C19 cases, new cases per day. That's just how endemic this thing is. So it's just interesting to actually note that the economies are not going to shut down again. They just can't afford to do it. What we're actually seeing, you can see this particular price action. The 200-day is above the other indices. What we can see down here, the 200-day was above. Here, the 200-day was above. Here, the 200-day was above. When people look at indicators, and they only look at indicators, they're going to be led astray, full stop. The reason is the mathematics inside indicators cannot actually predict what is going to happen to the market. To do that, you need a scientific process. It's just like saying, somebody says, I want a diet, I want to lose weight, and instead of putting in the hard work, they just say, what pill can I pop? Something that doesn't require any effort. That's just like what an indicator is. Or it's just like somebody saying, like a guy saying, I want to have the physique of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I just want to take a pill. I don't want to work out. Those things are called steroids, and they're not good for you. In the same way, indicators can be very harmful if it's not the right indicator. Inside the masterclass, I share my indicators. My indicators are the Rolls-Royce of all indicators because they do very, very specific things based on trading methodologies. What you can see here is this particular EMA. It's above all the other EMAs. Now, the last time it was above all the other EMAs, price just shot up exponentially. Do people focus on this? No, they don't. I'm talking about influencers. No, they don't. They focus over here. Why do they focus over here? They want to put people into panic. Why do they want to put people into panic? Because panic sells. There are no shortcuts in anything. When it comes to success, if you shortcut your way to success, you'll get cut. You don't want to do that. You need to earn it to keep it. I developed the CTKS methodology for understanding and analyzing price behavior, exponential price behavior in the crypto market. This very, very different methodology from candlestick charting and normal support and resistance lines. What we can actually see is this resistance line has already been overcome. We're seeing a degree of support in the market. We've got a lot of horizontal support here as well. This is not surprising. We just trade the chart in front of us. A lot of people want just a very quick pill. They want a quick diet pill. They want a quick muscle bulk pill. They want a quick promotion pill. They want a quick everything. Those people will not succeed in life. If you want to make it, you have to put in the hard work. You have to show up every day. Give your all to what you're doing. One very fantastic way to think is to go slow to go fast. Going slow absolutely takes the pressure off you. Going slow allows you to earn it and to also keep it. Going slow says that you throw out the scale when you want to lose weight. You just do the exercise, have a healthy diet. Going slow when you go to the gym means if you want to get a certain body of a certain type, you don't look in the mirror every 3 seconds. It's not important. Just do the reps. And keep consistent. Keep coming back day after day after day. It means going to work with a great attitude, getting along with other people and doing the highest quality work that you can do, and ignore the promotion. In trading and investing, it means looking across, being a good detective, not relying on indicators, doing the hard work to understand what is actually going on. It also means being very flexible and knowing what you will do as a professional to understand your reactions. If price goes down, what do you do? If price goes up, what do you do? If price goes meh, sideways, what do you do? Let's have a look at the top cryptos. We can see Bitcoin is just holding its support. That's all it's doing. It's had a big wave down, and that is a wave down inside the markets as well. But it's not getting over exaggerated here. What we're seeing is just normal crypto price action. These are the times when professionals BORSOG in. What is BORSOG? Let's go to Perperatum and see what is happening with BORSOG. BORSOG, buy on red, sell on green. BORSOG, the price eagle, is all about understanding. Oh, and this is very beautiful. On the back of BORSOG is be kind to others. BKTO. That's what's actually on the back there. Professionals are very different to retail traders and investors, and we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. Professionals are buying these long wicks down. They love them. Why is that? Because it's all about percentage and not about price. We want the percentages to move in our favor. Well done to the community too. I put out a question yesterday about what is better, a 10% increase in a very, very stable crypto or a 10% increase in a potential rug pull crypto. The 10% increase is the same return under both cases, but the risk is incredibly different. When you're starting in crypto, just take it easy, learn the ropes. You don't need to become a billion-dollar trader, a Michael Saylor overnight. That's not what this is about. Just scale up, start slowly, get the skills right. It's just like when people go to gym. When people start their weightlifting career, for example, they will just start with low weights. They don't go to the heaviest weights first because their body can't handle it. Just start with what you can cope with. When we look at Bitcoin's gravity, that's that blue shadow in the background. This is really, really important for us to be aware of. I had a comment in the comments section on YouTube. It was basically, well, if Bitcoin controls all the alts, what's the purpose of the alts? Don't they just move in the same direction? There's no advantage. Oh, there are many, many advantages in the alts. The alts do different things to what Bitcoin does. For example, Ethereum is a smart contract-based platform. It makes things like NFTs possible. Bitcoin is very, very different. And the idea, even Binance Coin, you can look at Binance Coin as an entryway into the Binance ecosystem. XRP wants to focus on cross-border payments, Cardano, banking the unbanked. You've got a lot of different concepts underpinning all of these cryptos. But the key thing is, when Bitcoin moves up, say 5%, the alts will move up dramatically more than 5%. Of course, when it goes down 5%, when Bitcoin comes down for 5%, the alts will move traditionally dramatically more down than Bitcoin. And this is why when you're in your beloved alt, you need to focus on what Bitcoin is doing. You can see at the moment, Bitcoin is going flat. It's going horizontal at present. And you'll see the other cryptos basically doing that. What do we see here with XRP? Oh, XRP defied Bitcoin's gravity. No, it had two pieces of news. One was the CEO, Brad, came out and said, the SEC has got nothing on us, they'll settle. And a lot of people misrepresented what Brad Garlinghouse said, the CEO of Ripple Labs. He didn't say that the SEC is dropping the case, but so many crypto YouTubers said SEC losers, and I believe a lot of people just read headlines and go, oh, FOMO, I'm got a fear of missing out, I'm going to get in. And there was another couple of pieces of news that were out there, all very positive for XRP. The concept is these news spikes, we see them in Doge all the time. News spikes are just spikes. They're things that we sell as professionals. They're not things that we buy. We want to buy when it's coming down. By the time it spikes up, we've already positioned ourselves in. That's what the difference is between retail and professional. Professionals, those in Zone 3 and Zone 4, already know the cryptos that they're going to go into, and they're layering in. And when price goes up, they're taking advantage of it to BORSOG, buy on red, sell on green. But there's a lot of knowledge in BORSOG. It's not simply like an indicator. If it's red today, buy. If it's green tomorrow, sell. Because you could be selling at a loss. You need to be careful with what you're doing. There are no shortcuts. You must learn. When we look at Ethereum, Ethereum is holding really very, very nicely against Bitcoin because Ethereum is very strong. Binance Coin is a way away from its support level, holding strong as well. When we look at XRP, we've had a bit of a news spike here. Just beware, the news spikes, these sharp angles can reflect. Just something to be aware of. I believe XRP will win against the SEC, and I believe that will actually be catalytic in creating a melt-up in the crypto space. A melt-up is where we get things going up exponentially. Do I believe in a blow-off top? Yes, I do. Absolutely. They are the hallmark of all bull runs. And a lot of people say, oh no, it's different this time. No, it's not. It's actually played out throughout history. It's normal. So well done to the XRP holders here. When we look at ADA, ADA is consolidating. Note how Bitcoin's gravity is impacting all of these alts. This is really important stuff. If you understand this rule, you will absolutely be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. We can see Solana just starting to base out here. I think the price action is looking absolutely fantastic. A lot of people have said they're running out of 10-5-10 funds. What is the 10-5-10 fund? It's all about the concept. If you buy something at 10 and it goes to 5, you swoop down and pick it up at 5, because when it goes back to 10, you just made a 100% increase from a 50% decrease. And you can see on the back of this coin, down 50%, up 100%. And there's BORSOG, the price eagle. So if you're getting low on your 10-5-10 funds, don't worry, you've been doing the right thing. We can see Luna is substantially above its support line. AVAX is looking very, very nice. And a lot of people picked out AVAX. There's no wrong choice in the crypto market. It depends on your level of risk. For example, I have 10-5-10 levels in Luna all the way down to about 43.50. If you think about that, a lot of people can't actually handle a 50% drop, but we know BORSOG, 50% down, 100% up. It's an absolute guaranteed way to make money, but a lot of people can't do this. I always say, pick things that have a lot of consolidation, a lot of support below them, and that's your lowest risk entry. If you do the high risk entries, you must know what you're doing. Maybe you could compare it to skiing. In skiing, there's different gradients, different ways you can ski down a slope. You don't take the triple diamond black run first off when you're just learning how to ski. You'll just start on a gentle slope and get an instructor. They'll help you. That's why all skiers who want to be professional have a ski instructor. Let's have a look at our community favorites. We can see Gala consolidating. This consolidation action is very, very normal because we know what Bitcoin is doing. We put in the hard work to earn it and keep it. Phantom also consolidating. Icon also consolidating. This could be really, really interesting price action there. Veracity also consolidating. A lot of support below Veracity. We can see ZIL consolidating, but it's very, very extended. If you get into ZIL and you get a whip down by 50%, could you handle it? That's the question you have to ask yourself if you want to get into one of these overly extended ones. It doesn't mean it's going to come down. It could go up, but the concept is, could you handle it? A lot of people can't, and it's important to decrease your risk, especially when you're starting. Look at Rune. Very nice pattern, but quite overextended. IOTA is consolidating, but not much support below it. DOT is consolidating with a little bit more support than IOTA has. If you compare this to IOTA, if it was consolidating around this 78-cent mark, or maybe just a bit lower, around the 75-cent mark, would look like DOT's technical structure. This is why we enhance pattern recognition each day. This is very, very, very valuable. Something really good to do, and I leave this for later on in the videos, because if you've come to this point, you've earned what you get. When we looked at Gala before, we saw Gala coming down. I want to look through the NFT plays, the metaverse plays. We can see Sand having a stronger level of support. You can see that Gala is weaker. We can see ILV even stronger. We can see Decentraland Mana, very similar pattern to Gala. When we look at Engine Coin, that is looking good. That's very solid. That's even more solid than ILV. When we look at Ape, Ape is doing incredibly well as well. Very nice pattern. I'm not recommending you get into any of these. You need to do your own research. I'm just pointing out patterns. When we look at Chili's, Chili's is looking fantastic, and SLP looks like it may be turning around. When you actually look at these 8, if you could pick only one, which one would it be? Please let me know in the comments. It's really great to talk about these things, and our community is really open, and we discuss things, and there are a lot of ambassadors in the chat section as well. It means that you can actually talk with people and discuss things through. The purpose of me doing these longer videos is to reinforce the learning for the masterclass students, and also to give a very, very good lens on the crypto market for people not in the masterclass. The masterclass is an ongoing thing, and if you go into the testimonials section, the link is in the description of this video, you'll see a lot of people actually sharing their ideas on what the masterclass was all about and how it's helped them. There's a lot of people just sharing their views and how it's helped. That's probably a pretty good thing to look through. The masterclass also has a living masterclass section where I go through and update things. The markets are always changing. When you actually are in the masterclass, the learning doesn't stop. I keep on updating things. And I also don't want our community members who aren't in the masterclass to miss out, so I often cover answers to the masterclass questions in this daily video. Please let me know what you think of Rule 303. Earn equals keep. I gave a couple of analogies here. For example, weight loss, going to the gym, going to work. You may have a couple more that you would like to share. Our community is so creative and so inventive. I'm looking forward to your comments. A goal of our community is also to spread the message of real wealth and maintaining a positive excellence life trend. When we have inner and outer peace, the world just looks better, and that requires that we have integrity, decency, and kindness. It doesn't mean that we're weak because we have boundaries, and we also have courage and honor. Being kind is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength. In the comments, please let me know where you think Bitcoin is headed for the next couple of days as well. Have a really beautiful Easter, everyone, and I will, as I said, do 7 days a week. I'll be back with you tomorrow. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you as part of our globally extended KS family. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for mentoring masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global KS family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. And you can always reach out and direct message me on Twitter anytime you'd like. I've also included links to the tax software I use, to the charting platform I use here, to various spot exchanges. Please do not leverage trade. Friends don't let friends leverage trade. And I've also left links to 80% off the masterclass. You can just click on this link and you'll find an ambassador. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.